All right, we are already at week 10, and you know what that means. It's time for me to make some mid-season adjustments. So, let's get started, because I don't have time for this bullshit. Let's start with the AFC North. You got the Cincinnati Bengals at 8-0, in first place, obviously. By the way, first time in NFL history, if I'm not mistaken, that we have three unbeaten teams, three teams at 8-0 in one season. Yeah. Anyway, Bengals at 8-0, Steelers at 5-4, Ravens at 2-6, the Browns at 2-7. The AFC in general has been a fucking joke this year. Steelers are still in it because of, I don't know how the Steelers are still in it, and God, Big Ben out again. So, with that alone, Bengals are going to win this division. End of story. I wish Big Ben a speedy recovery, even though I don't really like him that much, but it is what it is. AFC East, Patriots are going to win this division. Are they going undefeated? Hell fucking no. They are not going unbeaten. I expect them to lose this coming week when the Patriots face the Giants. But in any event, Patriots will win the East. Buffalo Bills will probably be in second place when it's all said and done. They're in third place now, but they'll be in second place when it's done. Jets will be in third place, and the Dolphins will remain in fourth place. Because the Dolphins, all they like to do is keep getting their asses kicked by their division opponents. They did it again against Buffalo. AFC West, the Broncos, quite frankly, are probably more of a 3-5 football team than a 7-1 football team. To be perfectly honest with you. So yeah, I understand. I made my video about the Broncos and the Colts and all the stupid bullshit that went along with it, which I stand by some of it. But let's be realistic here. There's lots of games that are just like that. I'm not just picking on the referees calling Bronco games, okay? Come on. But do I see Denver still winning this division? Yes, but goddamn. I see the Broncos doing it with like a 11-5 record or something like that. I believe it's going to be the Raiders and the Bills that are going to be making the postseason this year. Give me a break. Although Pittsburgh has the tiebreaker over Oakland at the moment, but Pittsburgh's 5-4, Raiders are 4-4. But holy crap, the Chiefs, they could make a case for a wild card too, even though Jamal Charles has been out for the entire season. Charkandrick West is actually doing a pretty good job with the Kansas City Chiefs. So it is what it is. And the Chargers, fucking Chargers, 2-7. Oh my God! Did I mention how much of a joke the AFC has been? Holy crap! To be fair, the Chargers have dealt with injuries and all that shit, but injuries are part of the game. It means the Chargers have no fucking depth if they're 2-7 like that. And in the AFC South, even though Andrew Luck is injured, and I wish him a speedy recovery as well, I still think the Colts are going to win the AFC South. I'm not going to mention the other three teams because they're bad. I do like some of the players on these other three teams, though. But we got to move this on quickly. Like I said, I don't have time for this bullshit. Okay. NFC now. Panthers currently in first place at 8-0. Falcons at 6-3. Saints at 4-5. Blowing a huge opportunity. Losing to a 1-win team, by the way. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 3-5. I think the Buccaneers will end up remaining in fourth place. Saints will be in third place. Falcons will remain in second place, and they'll probably get the wild card spot. But the Panthers will clinch the NFC South this year. Moving on. Vikings and the Packers. both 6-2. The Vikings have won the last 4 games, and the Packers have lost their last 2. I mean, the Packers couldn't even beat Denver, for fuck's sakes. I mean, I'm glad they did. I'm glad the Denver Broncos beat them, but, come on. Then they lose to the Panthers. And it seems like we're now starting to pick up the theme. I mean, about Aaron Rodgers. Every time he faces good defenses, he tends to crumble. I mean, just like the Seattle Seahawks. Those 2 games in 2014 where he didn't play all that fucking great because he always clamps down and folds like a deck of cards whenever he faces good defenses and just a good fucking team in general. The Vikings, meanwhile, I'm a little concerned about Teddy Bridgewater and the concussion protocol and all that shit. But that being said, I think the Minnesota Vikings are going to clinch the NFC North. I'm convinced now. I think the Packers will get the other wild card spot. I mean, you got to put the Packers in there. Give me a break. But yeah, I see this Vikings team really shocking some people this year. The Packers, they are just too banged up defensively, and I think their defense sucks anyway. The Vikings, they have a damn good defense. Adrian Peterson's back, and they have Stephon Diggs. And of course, Teddy Bridgewater. Pretty good fucking team right now. As far as the Bears go, they're remaining in 3rd place, and the Lions, they suck. It is what it is. Okay, here's where it gets interesting. You got the NFC West. Got the Cardinals at 6-2, the Rams and the Seahawks at 4-4, and the 49ers at 3-6. Here's the deal. Last year, the Cardinals had a division lead, but the Seahawks clawed all the way back and ended up getting the home field advantage. Yeah. Will the Seahawks do it again? I don't think so. Now that I think about it, Falcons are not going to clinch a playoff spot. I think I'm going to give that wild card spot to Seattle. It's going to be tough for the Seattle Seahawks this year to even make it to the playoffs this year because the NFC is just a little bit more competitive. Despite the fact that the Lions are in that division, that conference, it's not going to matter. So yeah, I'm going to say the Cardinals are going to win the NFC West. The Rams are going to be in. Seahawks are going to be in second place. Rams will be in 3rd place, and the 49ers will remain 4th because they suck. Yeah, I don't see Seattle making the playoffs this year. I really don't. They'll have a respectable record, but they're not. But I don't see them making the playoffs this year. NFC East. This could be that division where, along with the AFC South, where one team will win with like a sub 500 record or something like that. I don't see it happening. I see the Giants. I do see the Giants winning this division. Eagles in 2nd place. Cowboys in 3rd place. They're on a 2-6 start. They can finish 6-2. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, and the Redskins, they'll be like a 6-10 football team when it's all said and done. Problem is, I initially had Dallas winning this division, and of course, the problem that was before the Tony Romo injury. But now that Tony Romo's injured, he'll be back at some point, but it'll be too little, too late. They already lost enough games to not make the playoffs. I mean, it is what it is. But yeah. So who do I see winning the Super Bowl? Man, this is tough. I'm gonna. I'm not gonna predict the Super Bowl winner. I'm just gonna predict the Super Bowl participants. I'm gonna say it's the New York Giants and the New England Patriots again, because I think the Giants have unfinished business, as do the New England Patriots. Do I see? I'm not gonna tell you who's gonna win the Super Bowl yet. All I'm gonna say is the Giants and the Patriots are going to represent the NFC and the AFC, respectively. Although a Giants-Jets Super Bowl would be great, Odell Beckham Jr. versus Darrelle Revis. I mean, come on, who the fuck doesn't want to see that? But I think it's going to be the Giants and the Patriots in this year's Super Bowl. But anyway, we'll see. We'll see if I'm right, or let's see where I'm right and where I'm wrong when the season's all said and done. Till next time, later, fuckers.